Hi everyone, Salesforce Consulting and Admin Training Day 37. So let's see what are we going to learn today. So we'll quickly go through the previous session overview and we'll talk about the reports and then talk about the field filters. And then we'll talk about the cross object filters. And then we'll talk about the row limit filters and the summary reports, joined reports. And we'll have a trailhead links and today's interview questions. So yesterday we were talking about the reports. The last which we have created is a warm rating customer details. So this is the report that we have created yesterday. This is a tabular report that we have created yesterday. And the criteria we have kept is rating equal to warm. So rating equal to warm to display only the warm rating accounts details here. Now, today we'll see a few more things. So reports are, we know that reports are, while creating the reports, we can add a required filter to be used to restrict the records to be visible inside the report. Whenever we are creating a report, we can give the report restriction, what are the required fields to be used to restrict the records, and what are the data that needs to be visible on the report. Everything we can see. Now, report provides the below three type of filters: field filter, row limit filter, cross object filter. Three things: field filter, row limit filter, cross object filter. Field filters. So by using this approach, we can add the filters based on the field exists in the object. Field exists inside the object. So example, rating equal to hot, industry equal to finance, annual revenue greater than 45,000, active equal to yes. The one which we have created yesterday, which is a field filter. So we'll create another use case. So configure the tabular report to represent the only active customers. That means active equal to yes. So the account active equal to yes. So that is the table which we have to create it. So let's go ahead. Let's go to the reports. And here click on a new reports. Right now we are creating the reports on the account. So I'll choose the account, create a start report. Now I do not need these all information here. Remove type rating, last modified, and then account name and rating type, annual revenue. Annual revenue, and then let's give it as a ownership, and the contact number, phone, and then fax, priority, and then finally active checkbox. So let's give it as a active. Now these are the fields which I needed. Now the next thing is filter condition. Created date is a range is all time. Click on apply. Refresh. Now we can see all the records. Right now, if I run it, right now it has the active equal to yes, and the blank value is also there. But the condition which I need here is the condition which I need active equal to Say show all accounts, click on apply. Now let me save this record. Click on save. Now let's assume that this is active customer records. Click on save. Now the folder, I'm going to use the folder, the one which we have created yesterday. It is a CAS customer. Select the folder and click on save.
Swapna?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a doubt. See, when you assign a report to a folder, okay, so there is an option called share with users, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So when suppose now, okay, there are two users, okay, and they have this one, what is that? Hierarchical relation, this one, okay, role setup. Okay, so now user one and user two. Now user one has created record and he wants to share the report with user two. Okay, so he will create a private folder and he will share it with user two, right?
Yes.
Correct. So now user two will get to see the records of user one as well, or he will see only his records.
If they have access to the viewing the record, then only they can see profile level. If they have access to the object fields, then only they can able to view the records.
Okay. So everyone will see their individual records, right? With the sharing enabled. Okay.
Yeah. So right now we have created a active customer record, and here criteria which I kept is active equal to yes. So right now, if I click on a run button, it is going to display only the customer data wherever the status active equal to yes. Only the one which are active equal to yes, those are the one which we are going to see. Now tabular report, we cannot create a add chart. We cannot create a add chart. Now here add chart is disabled for the tabular. So we cannot create any charts for the tabular report. Now let's move on. Second one is a cross object filter. Second one is cross object filter. So cross object filter is, we know the cross object filter. Cross object means I am in the one object. I am in one object and I wanted to display the certain data of other object. I wanted to display the data of other objects. So for example, if I am viewing the account details, while viewing the account details, I wanted to see the account details only the one which are having a cases. The one which are having a cases, only those accounts we wanted to see. Only those accounts we wanted to see. So that is a cross object. So how to apply a cross object filter? Let's see that. So by using this feature, we can create a report on an object. We can add the condition on the related object. So that means let's say the use case. So configure a tabular report to represent all account records which are associated with few cases. That means which are associated with the cases. So whether, for example, there are accounts which are having a cases, there are few accounts does not have a cases. Now, if I open any account, that account does not exist of any cases. So this account should not display because Wipro does not have any cases. Wipro does not have any cases here. Whenever there is no cases are associated to the account, we do not want to display those accounts. Second one is cross object filter. Now click on save. Now let's create another report. Click on a report. Now I'll click on a new report. Now, for example, by mistakenly you have added into the different folder, which is a private report. Now you wanted to move this from the private report to, you wanted to move to the CAS customer. Now, how can you move that? Click on edit. This is the edit report. There is an option called as a move. Now here the option is called as a move. That means if you want to move the report from one folder to another folder, select the folder. Now before here, private report. Now it is CIS. So anytime by mistakenly, if you have created a report and you have placed into the private reports, then if you want to move that, click on this arrow button and click on this move so that it will be moved to the correct folder. Now we are creating the new report for the cross object fields. Now let me take the accounts here, report type. Now I do not need the last activity, account owner. No, it's not required. Billing state is not required. Last modified is not required. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the different fields here. So what are the fields we have? Name, type, rating. Now let me take the annual revenue and as well as the ownership. And then let's take the contact number, which is a phone number. And let's take the fax and priority. Now, these are the fields which I needed. And the filter condition is created date. I'll take all time, click on apply. Show me is all accounts, click on apply. Just refresh it. Now we do not have any filter condition here, but we have cross object field. We have a cross object field. Now let me first save this record. This is a account with cases. Account that has a cases. Account that has a cases. Now folder is, let's select the CIS customer folder, click on a select folder. Now click on save. Now, here is the report. Now, if you observe here, filter has something called add cross filter. Filter has something called add cross filter. Now, what is this add cross filter? Add cross filter is nothing but cross object filter. Right now we are into the account. This is we have choose the account object here. So whatever the child records are there related to the account, whatever the child records are there related to the account, all the objects we can see here. Account is associated with the assets, cases, opportunities, contacts, everything we can see. All the child records for the account. Now we are interested only for the case. Now I'm saying here cross filter object is accounts with the cases. Cross filter is accounts with cases, display only those records. Click on refresh. Now it is showing the 12 records. Before it was 31 records were there. Now it is showing the 12 records. So cross object is always click on this one. So cross object, anytime if you want to create a cross object filter, choose here. This is the icon. You need to choose this icon. Now click on this icon, click on the add cross filter. You can see, for example, accounts with opportunity, accounts with opportunity. So right now I have selected the cases and another one which I'm going to create a opportunity. Click on apply. Now I have two cross filter objects. So the one which has cases, the one which has a opportunity. Now let's click on a save. Now click on run. Now it says that total amount is this, total records is 7. Now if I open the Edge communication, this is the account. If I open that account, let's go to the related list. Let's go to the related list. And here opportunities, 4 opportunities are there, cases, 3 cases are there. So cross object field, which are the one that has a cases or opportunity, we can pull only those accounts. Similarly, if you want to put any other condition, you can apply the condition. And the third one is a row limit filter. Third one is row limit filter. Row limit filter is, by using this feature, we can restrict the number of records to be visible inside the report. Now, for example, if I run a report on the account, it is showing the 31 records. It is showing 31 records. Now, let's assume that on account, we have a something called annual revenue. We have a field called annual revenue. So display the annual revenue from the descending order, but just display the 3 records. First, 3 records. What are the 3 records? Do not display all the records. That means row limit is nothing but limit class. In SOCL, we have a limit class. So similar to the limit class, row limit filter is also available in the report. So which is nothing but example limit 3. Only 3 records show only 3 records. Show only 5 records. Show only 10 records. So this is the limit. Now let's see the example use case. Configure the tabular report to represent the top 5 highest annual revenue customers. Now, for this one, we do not have a row limit option in the Lightning. Now let's go ahead and create it. Now I'll click on a new report.
Swapna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you just go in category all? Can you select all in the category?
Sorry.
Yeah. So here, see, there is account with partner, account with account team. All these things are there, right? Correct. And just now you selected account with case. Correct. So what's the difference? Now, suppose I want to create a cross object report, like account with contact roles. So I have to select this report, or I have to select account, and then in the cross object I have to select contact roles.
So for example, I'm choosing the accounts and contact. When I choose the accounts and contact, what will happen? I can see all the fields which are related to account as well as which are related to the contact. I can see both the fields, account and contact. Both the fields that are exist in the account and contact. Now, if I say here last name, is this last name is a contact or account? It is a contact. For this contact, what is the account name? Now you wanted to combine report, which having already relationship, and by default, this report type is available. By default, this report type is available. Now, right now it is displaying, assume that I'm displaying all time. So for this, in this case, it is showing me all the records that are having a major criteria is a contact. For this contact, what is the account? For this contact, what is the account? If you want to know that kind of information, you can view. But it doesn't give you that how many contacts are linked to the account. It will give individual records. It will give individual contact and account. So here it says that contact and account. That means for this single record contact, what is the account? For this record, what is the account? If I wanted to know each record in the contact, what is the account does it associated with it? In case if you wanted to know that, then we have to use the contact and account. On top of it, if you want to apply any filter criteria. Now, for example, still I wanted to apply here contacts. Major one is contact because we are displaying here contact with accounts. It's not account with contacts. It's a contact with accounts. So you can choose the contact here. And what are the relationship that I have? Contact with cases, contact with opportunity, contact with work order. So for example, contact with opportunity, click on apply. That means show me only the contacts that are already exist the opportunity. Show me only the contacts that are exist the opportunity. I'm not asking the detailed information about the opportunity. I'm not asking the detailed information about the opportunity. I just need a contact that are already associated with opportunity. Only those I wanted to see. In that scenario, so these are the contacts which already have an opportunity in it. So sometimes client will ask that, can you give me list of the accounts that are already associated with the opportunity? That are already associated with the opportunity. Can you give me the list of customer account? When they say customer account, basically they wanted to know who all are the customers we have received the opportunity last year or this year. So in that case, they wanted to know only the accounts. But just going to the account table, by just going to the account table, I cannot know that which all our accounts are already exist with the opportunity. I cannot know. So it is similar like in SOQL. Opportunity, while I'm running the query of the opportunity, account ID equal to opportunity account ID equal to a specific account ID. That means only related to that particular account. If there are any opportunities are there, bring me only those records. Now in that scenario, this is going to help. But report type is that it is going to give you the details. It does not give you the whether it is exist or not. It doesn't give. It is just it is going to give you the clear-cut information of the data, which contact is associated with which account, which opportunity is associated with which contact, which case is associated with which account. Those information it is going to give you.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the next one, what we are doing it, row limit filter. So for the row limit filter, I'll click on an account and click on a start report. Now here, if you go to the filter, in the filter, row limit is disabled. Row limit is disabled, filter logic is disabled. Now what I'll do is I'll click on it, all accounts, and then all times. Now here is the one which is last activity, billing state, last modified. Now let me add annual revenue, and then ownership, priority, active, now click on refresh. Now we have a all conditions. Now created date is a all times, click on apply. Now click on a refresh. Click on refresh here. Right. So right now it is showing me the all the information. But what is the criteria that it has? It has only 5 highest annual revenue. Now annual revenue, I can put a criteria. Annual revenue, I can put a criteria. Let's suppose here I'll say that annual revenue. I'll put this. Annual revenue is ascending order, basically. Now we have that, we do not have that criteria. Okay, so here it is not available, and I do not see that row limit is also enabled. So row limit is not available in the Lightning. So let me save this. Top 5 annual revenue accounts. Click on select folder, CIS customer folder, select folder, click on a save. Now let me switch this to the classic. Now let's go to the reports. Now top 5 annual revenue report. Let's click on a customize. Now here, if you observe these filters, there is a option called filters. In this filter, just click on this. Do not click on the add button, just click on the drop down. Now here you see that filter, field filter, cross filter, row limit. So click on a row limit. Now for example, row limit is a 5 and sort by annual revenue and the descending order. Everything in one line. Now click on OK. Now how many it is showing? Only 5 records. Now along with this, I wanted to add another condition where active equal to S. Only show me the one that are active equal to S. So just click on add here. So instead of account owner, I wanted to go with active, customer active or active. Active equal to yes. Insert selected. Click on OK. Now it is showing the top 5. What are the annual revenues are there? Now click on a save and then run a report. Along with the row limit, we can also apply the another conditions. So this is the row limit. This is the row limit and this is the filter condition. This is filter condition. In case if you want only the 3 records, just mention there here by clicking on the edit button, row limit is 3. Row limit is 3. Click on OK. Now it is going to show only the one which are the top highest annual revenue of 3 records. So row limit is only available in the classic. It's not available in the Lightning. Any questions before I move on? Now
So,
let's, yeah.
Swapna. Hello.
Yeah, Radha.
Yeah, Swapna, yesterday we have done the record types, right? I have created 3 record types yesterday's homework, but that is not displaying. I have put all active, but that is not showing in the only one account type is only showing. Not showing it coming directly.
Okay, that is regarding the homework, right?
Yes.
So yesterday, where did we create the record type? So here, did you search the record type? Account record type, just place it here. Now click on your save. The reason it is not displaying the record types are because these records are already created a long way back. These records are created a long back. Now, if you look at this particular account, if you open the record type, does it says any record type?
No, what I'm asking is, while after you enable record types, it's showing while creating new record, whether it is new bank, business account, whether it's individual account, whether it is new account. It shows types, right? But that is not showing to me.
Okay. So we'll see that later. Once we are completing this, after this class, we will see
Okay.
the assignment. But the one which are not displaying here account record types, because these records are created long back. So what we have to do is, now when you are in a classic, you have a short way of going to the page layout. When you are in a classic, just click on this arrow button. Click on this arrow button and click on this edit layout. So what will happen is you can directly jump onto the page layout. Directly jump onto the page layout. Now here we can see that account record type is not available. I'll just drag it here, click on save. Now this is the same scenario. It happens in the real time also. The records are created long back. Now we have introduced the record type. Now we have introduced the record type. Whenever we introduce a record type very late, so what will happen is the existing record does not associated with the new record type. So those record types are associated with the only the one that we are creating new records. The existing record does not associated with the record types. So we have to be very careful in the production whenever we are creating a record type for the existing records. We need to update. We need to update whether it is a customer account, whether it is a what are the record types that you have. So you have to make sure that you have to update that. The reason is this is exactly it is happens in the real time also.
Swapna, how did you activate that this one, that slider, force.com? Well, I can't see in my classic.
Force.com by
setting?
default Salesforce is providing here. There might be a hiding will be there.
Some settings.
This is a Salesforce inspector, but this is the force.com. Are you not able to see this?
Yeah.
Which Chrome did you open?
No, it's coming, but I think on certain pages it's not coming, right? Something like that.
Maybe it is Chrome restriction, your Chrome restriction.
Okay.
So another record which I have opened here, this record type is also not available. So what I'll do is I'll click on a force.com and click on a edit layout. Click on edit layout, and then I can drag the account record type. Now the account record type is available. Now I'll click on a change. When I click on a change, you can choose the partner account, click on continue. Now click on save. Now let's refresh this. It takes few minutes. Now this is the partner account. Similarly, for the third one also, you can update the customer record type. So that's the reason yesterday I have mentioned that whenever we introduce the record type very late, it is a problem with the existing record. So we have to first select the create a fields, create a page layout, create everything, then go for a record type. After creating a record type only, start creating the records. Otherwise, if you are creating the record type after creating the 10,000, like for example, you are doing the data loader. Through the data loader, you have pushed the 20,000 or a 30,000 records inside the Salesforce. Now you are introducing the record type. Now what you have to do for those 30,000, you need to decide which one is a record type. If you have 4 record types, in that case, first record type, which all are account, second record type, which all are account, third record type, which all are account. You need to sort out or need to discuss with the client in order to specify the record type. Now let's click on save, refresh, save. I'm saving the same one, click on a save and run report. Perfect. So next one, I'm going with the summary report. I'm going with the summary report. So summary reports are, this report allows you to group the report data into the various smaller groups. So summary report is nothing but, for example, you have a 10,000 records. You have a 10,000 records are available. Out of these 10,000 records, you wanted to divide these records into smaller group. How you can divide it? Based on the pick list value. So for example, we have a rating field is there. Rating field has a warm, hot, cold. Warm, hot, cold. Now, whatever the records, whatever the accounts that contains the warm rating has to be go to the one group. Whatever the accounts that contains the hot rating should go to another group. Whatever the rating that contains the cold, those records should go into the another group. So basically, whenever you wanted to divide a big chunk of records into the smaller groups, whenever you wanted to divide the large data into the smaller groups, then you have to go for a summary report. Now, this summary report allows you to group the report data into the various smaller groups based on one or more column fields. Now, it supports the report data can be, that means we can create a chart component for the summary report, where the tabular report, you cannot create a chart. For summary report, you can create a chart component. And we can use or we can schedule the summary report. We can schedule the summary report like when it should be executed, what is the interval, and what is the time frame, right? So everything you can decide it in a week. If you want to run 3 days or 4 days, you can schedule it. Now let's see the one of the use case. Configure the summary report to represent the account record types by dividing them into the various group based on the rating field. And also we need to create a chart component. And schedule the report to run daily basis for next 1 year. Now let's go ahead and do this. Now this time I'm going to create a summary report. Now, whether it is a summary report or a tabular report or a join report or matrix report, whatever it is, you need to click on a new report and you have to choose the any report type. So click on here, report type account. Now, right now, if you see here, filter. Now this is normal tabular format it is displaying. Normal tabular format it is displaying all times. Click on apply. This is all accounts. Click on apply, refresh. Now we have a rating field type. Let me update this. Remove the last activity, account owner, account name, billing status. Let's remove type, rating, last modified. Let me add the annual revenue. And then I'm adding the 2 annual revenues, or let's take out this. Then we have a fax, priority, customer priority, and we have an industry. Let's take the industry. Now click on refresh. Now this shows as a normal tabular format. Here you see that rating has a hot, warm, everything is, it has hot, warm, most of them are hot, right? So let me save this record. Let me say this is a summary report, and select the folder, CIS customer folder, click on save. Now let me update few accounts. Click on run. Now let me update few accounts. Instead of a hot, let me put it as a cold. Or else I'll do the inline editing here. Now let's edit this. Cold. Cold. Perfect. So these are we have a different combination of the accounts. Now what I'll do is let's click on edit. Now on the rating, click on this rating. It has something called group row by this field. Group rows by this field. So click on this group rows by this field. As soon as you click on a groups rows by this field, now you will see that add chart is enabled. Add chart is enabled and it is displaying the summary report. It is displaying the summary report. Before, what was it? Before it was a tabular report. Before it was tabular report. As soon as you group them, the chart is enabled and then you can see the rating here. You can see the rating. Now here is, in case if you do not want from here, you can also apply the group by here. Group by here. Now click on save and run report. Now it is displaying the 3 records that are having a blank rating, 35 records that are having the hot rating, and then 4 records that are having the warm rating, 5 records that have a cold rating. So total 47 are there, total 47. Now below these icons, the toggles are, in case if you do not want to see the details row, then you click on this. So what will happen? It is going to give you the count of it. Sum of annual revenue and record count. How many records for each rating? Now, if you want a detail, you can say the detail. If you do not want a row count, you can remove the row count so that here row count will be removed. In case if you want a row count, it will be displayed the row count. Now, similarly, if you do not want the grand total, you can remove this toggle, switch off this, so it will not display the grand total. If you do not want, it will. If you want, it will display if you turn on. Similarly, subtotals. Subtotals are nothing but whatever the subtotals are there here at the end. So it will not give any subtotals. Now click on this on. Now you have a different subtotals you have. For each one of them, you have a subtotals. You have each one of them subtotals are there. So if you do not want that subtotals, then you can turn off that. You can turn off. Now this is the summary report. Now let's assume that annual revenue, I wanted to do the sum. Annual revenue, I wanted to do the sum. Let's click on a save here. Now, if you want a sum of this, let me switch to the classic. Now let's go to the reports. Now we have a summary report. For this summary report, now let me customize it. Now, here it is showing the summary format, and here the add chart is enabled. Add chart is enabled. Now, annual revenue, what I'll do is summarize this field. Summarize this field. That means whatever the sum, if you click on that, do you want to do the sum or average or a maximum, minimum? If you click on a sum, then it will display the sum of it. So whatever this group is there, let me click on save Run report. Now on top of it, it is showing you have a 3 records which are displaying here, sum here. And similarly, this is the sum of hot accounts. What are the hot rating accounts are there? Total sum is, this is the annual revenue. Similarly, warm accounts are 0. There is nothing is there. Cold rating accounts are total sum is, this is the 1. This is the 1. Now let's assume that there is a scenario. Let's assume that there is a scenario. Client says that whoever the account is more than 1 lakh or 1,000, whoever the account is more than 1,000, they are premium accounts. They are premium accounts. So that means now we have a 2 type of accounts are there. One, whoever is more than $1,000, whoever is more than $1,000, they are premium customers. They are premium customers. And whoever is less than $1,000, whoever is less than $1,000, less than $1,000, they are basic customers. They are basic customers. Now for the basic customers, we will give a 5% discount. And for premium customers, the reason they wanted to keep this premium customer, basic customer is whenever they are coming up with a different opportunity or a different product, if they are buying it, we wanted to put some kind of a discount. So for that, they wanted to know who are the premium customer, who are the basic customer. Now, if I wanted to know this, the one way is I need to create a field. The one way is I need to create a field. But this data, whatever I'm creating a field, it does not help even developer, not even client. Client just need a field on the report. They do not want any custom field. They do not want any custom field. They just want a one more column here. They just want a one more column that explains whether this particular customer is a premium customer or whether it is a basic customer, whether it is a basic customer. Only this column they want it here. They do not need any field because field is not going to help. In that scenario, in that case, we have some concept called bucket fields. In that case, we have a concept called bucket fields. Bucket fields are nothing but these, it is similar like a field that I'm creating it, but it is only useful in the reports. Only it is useful in the reports. Now, if you click on this add bucket field, if you click on add bucket field, it is going to ask what is the source column? What is the source column? What is the bucket field name? What is the field name that you wanted to keep it? And what is the search value, enter value, bucketed value, or whether you wanted to create your own, right? And then we'll have some options. Now let's go ahead and create it. Now in this case, source column is a annual revenue. So I'm choosing the annual revenue. And the bucket field name is, let's say, customer type. Customer type. Now, whoever is less than $1,000, whoever is less than $1,000, they are basic customers. They are basic customers. Whoever is greater than $1,000, they are premium customers. They are premium customers. Now click on OK. As soon as you click on OK, you will see that there is a column is created customer type. Column is created customer type. Now let me click on save and let's click on run. Now here one customer type, this what are the symbol is there, that means it is a bucket field. It's a bucket field which you cannot see in the object manager. This is only available in the report. Now, these are the basic, and whoever is greater than $1,000, they are a premium customers. They are premium customers. Any questions till this point? Now, this is the bucket field. Now, in case if I wanted to add a chart for the summary report, we can add a chart. As soon as you click on a chart, you have a different type of charts are available. Right? Apart from this, you cannot customize any other chart. Either you have to select only these types. You cannot create any new chart, different type of chart. You cannot create it. So this is a horizontal bar chart. This is a vertical bar chart. And this is line chart. And this is a pie chart. And this is donut chart. And then we have a funnel chart. And last one is a scatter chart. So you need to choose either of one. You need to choose either of one. You cannot create your own chart here. Now let's assume I'm choosing the donuts. I'm choosing the donut. Now whenever I choose a donut here, it is giving me the sum of annual revenue. Rating is displayed this side. Right side, it is displaying the rating. Now this side, it has a values and widgets. Values is nothing but on which basis you wanted to show the record. I'll say that I do not want sum of the annual, but better I'll go for a record count. Based on the record count, I wanted to show the data here. And what just means it's a standard one because we have a filter called rating. Now values, you have a two option, whether you can go for a sum of annual revenue or a record count. So I'll go with the record count. Now, here you will see two tabs are available. Chart data, formatting. Chart data and formatting. Chart data is only related to this chart. What kind of a data it should display here? Which chart do we need to use it? What is the X? What is the Y? What is the X? What is the Y? What is the X column? What is the Y column? So Y column is nothing but widgets. X column is nothing but values. It's a values. So that is decided in the chart data. That is decided in the chart data. Now I'll go to the formatting. Formatting, you can say that chart title. Let's assume that accounts customer by rating. Customer by rating. And then text format. Do you want the text format to be increased? 14, right? If you want to increase it, you can increase it. Background color, in case if you wanted to change the background color, you can change it, but these are only three options which you have. And legend position, this position, do you want to keep it right or a bottom on chart? I'll say bottom. So it will display on bottom. Now, next one, we have a check boxes. Show labels. Show labels. If I uncheck this, no, you will not see that label. What are the record count, customer? So that is, you cannot see. Record count, you cannot see here. Now, this is combined small group and other. I'll keep it as it is. Show values. If you want to show the values on this chart, if you want to show the values on this chart, now this is the 5 count, this is the 13 count, this is a 2 count. Similarly, if you want to show the percentage, so show value colon percentage, it is going to show. And similarly, enable hover, you can enable it. You can enable the hover and show totals in case if you wanted to show the totals. In case if you wanted to show the totals. Now chart position, do you want to keep it above, below, whatever the position is there? Chart size, medium, smaller, tiny, large, extra large. I'll keep it as a medium. Click on OK. Now the chart is created. Now the chart is created. Click on save. Now click on run report. Now, how can we see in the lightning? Let me switch to the lightning. Now in lightning also, it is displaying this data. So here the 4 warm and here it is 5 cold and this is blank rating. And if I hover this hot, now if you want to make changes to the chart, if you do not want the chart to be displayed, you can click on this and you can, basically this is disable enable. In case if you want to make any changes to that, then we have a setting option here. Setting option is there. In case if you wanted to change anything, so you can do the changes here. Now this is in the lightning. Now this is all summary report. Now we have created the chart component. We need to schedule a report. Now we have an option called schedule a report. Now in order to schedule it, now here you do not have option. Let me edit this. Right, so let's click on this, save as properties. We do not have, let me switch to the classic. Let's go to the reports. Summary reports. Now here you have an option. Whenever we click on a run report, there is an icon here. This icon says that run report now and a schedule feature runs. So if you click on a schedule feature runs, it is going to ask you that when do you want to run, daily, weekly, monthly. If you say daily, every weekday or every day. If you say weekly, in a weekly, how many days? For example, I wanted to run this as a Monday, Thursday, only 2 days. And what is the time? By default, it will give a 1 month. But if you want to go for a 1 year, you can go for 1 year also. Can go for 1 year. So 1 year, and this is a weekly. Now, this report, whatever the summary report is there, only you want an email or you wanted to share with other person. If you want to share with other person, click on here to me as well as the others. Who are the others? You can choose the public group or the users. Public group or the users. Whoever is having the access to this org, you will see those details here. Right now, we do not have anybody in the development org. So that's the reason we cannot see anyone here. But in real time, if you are scheduling any report, if you want to send an email to your clients also, then internal team in the client, we have an admin team. In case if you wanted to send admin team in the client side, you can send an email and click on save and run report. Preferred time. Okay, so let's select this to me. And then we have a find available time. So let's say that 3 a.m. Click on save and run report. Now this report is scheduled. Now how can I see this report, whether it is scheduled or not? You can go to the setup. You can search for a scheduled job. You can search for a scheduled jobs. So click on the scheduled jobs. Now you see here summary report created by this person. And then 4:25, that means today, it is scheduled 7:33 a.m. And then we have a 309. It is scheduled to, next schedule is on 4:27:39 a.m. So this is the report run. This is the report run. Now that's about the schedule. Any questions on this schedule? Okay. So let's move on. Next one is a joined report. Joined report is also like, for example, you have a multiple tabular reports you are creating it. Let's assume that you are creating the tabular report for cases which has only closed one. This is one report. Another report is cases that has in new. This is another report. Cases which are in working. So this is the status. Status is equal to closed, status equal to new, status equal to working. So you are creating a 3 different tabular reports here. Instead of you creating the 3 different reports, what you can do is you can combine all together. Now let's go ahead and create. How can we combine this? Now let's go to the reports. Now click on a new report. Now click on this accounts start report. No, we are not creating the account. We are creating the cases. Let me switch to classic. Now here reports. Now I'm creating the new report and we are searching for cases. So let's choose the case object here. Click on a create. No, here it says the tabular format. Here it says tabular format. So instead of tabular format, if you want any other format, you can choose it here. Well, let's assume I wanted to create a joint report. I wanted to create a joint report. When we want to create a joint report, this is the block 1. This is block 1. Now here for this block 1, what I wanted to do is I wanted to create all the cases. Let's take a case number. It is not displaying the detailed information. Now here show option is available. Drop zones means it will not display the details. So you need to choose the details here. As soon as you choose the details, it will display all the details here. Now I have a case owner, subject, date time opened, age, open, closed, account name. Along with this, I do not want the date time open. I do not want the age. I do not want the open. And yeah, this is needed, closed. So basically I need a status here. Status, this is the case status. I'll take out this closed. Cases, click on create cases. Now I'm creating the joint and then click on here, show details. Now I do not need the date time open. I do not need this. I do not need this open also. I do not need the closed. So next I'll add the status. Now let's add the status here. And let me add the type. Case type. Right, and then we'll have a case reason. Or instead of a case owner, I'll take the case number. Case number. Subject I'll take out. Case number, status, type, case reason, account name. So this is the one which is a block 1. Now if I run the report, let me say this is a joint report. And here report folder is a CIS customer. Click on save and run report. Now first block is displaying all the records, whatever exists inside the account, whatever the records that are exist, everything is available. Now, but in my case, the first one I need, first block should be only the closed status. only the closed status. Let's click on the customize. Now I'll add here the add condition. I'll say that case status equal to closed. Click on OK. Now it is displaying only the one which is having a closed. Now let's click on a save. Now if I click on a run report, it shows only the cases that are closed, only the status that are closed. Now I wanted to add another table. That table is going to display the new records. Wherever the status equal to new, it is going to display the table. Now here we have a case number. So what you have to do is drag this case number to the outside of the block 1. Now it is created the block 2. Now as soon as the block 2 is created, you see here block 1 filter condition is different. Block 2 filter condition is different. Block 1 filter condition is different. Block 2 is a different. Now we have a 2 blocks here. Let me add a status. And then I'll add a case origin. And let me add case type. Now, second block is only for the new records. So what I'll do is for the second one, I'll add a filter. Here I'll click on is add. And let's say that status equals to new. Inserted. Click on OK. Now here on top, if you see this is one block. This is for the filter condition. Everything is for the block 1. And this is for block 2. This is for block 2. Now let me update this. Let's say that this is a closed cases. And this is new cases. New cases. Now here is the closed cases on top and the new cases is down. So we have each table has a different filter criteria. Similarly, if I wanted to add another one, which is let me save this record. Okay. Now we have two tabular reports. One is a closed cases, another one is a new cases. Now what I'll do is let me open few records here. Now simply I'll change this status to in progress or a working. Let's click on save. Click on save. So there are 3 records which I have updated. Now let's go to the joined record. Now let me refresh. Right now it is showing as a 24 closed cases, 5 new cases. Now let me refresh this. Click on continue. It says that 21 records closed and 5 records here. Now I wanted to add another table. Here where it says that working cases. Now let's go ahead and customize it. Click on a customize. Now right now you see here 2 filters are available. Closed cases, new cases. Below nothing is there. Now what I'll do is I'll add a case number out of this table. Immediately the table gets created and the case block 3 is getting created. Now this is a working cases. Working cases. Now here, let me put the status. Now for the third one, I wanted to add the condition status equal to working. Click on inserted, click OK. Right, so we have a case number status. And let's take the priority, another field. Right, so it is a priority. Now, if I save this report and click on a run report, now we have a 3 reports which are combined into 1 report. 3 reports which we can combine into 1 report. Joint report, we cannot create a chart. Joint report, we cannot schedule it. We cannot schedule it. So it says here grand total of the closed cases 21, grand total of a new cases 5 records, grand total of a working cases 3. Now like this, how many tables can I add it? Maximum you can add 5 tables. In the joint report, maximum you can add 5 tables. Now let's assume that I wanted to add one more table. For that, I need a few more records. I need to update it. So let's suppose that these records I'll update it to the escalated. Click on save. And status escalated. Click on save. Click on status escalated. Click on save. Status escalated. Click on save. Save. Now we have a few records which are escalated. Few records which are escalated. Now what I'll do is let me refresh, run report again, this one. Now instead of a 21, it is going to show 15 records. Now I'll click on a customize. I'll add another table. So let's say that case number added outside here. Now as soon as the case, another block is added, here the filter condition is also added. Now I'll say here escalated cases. Escalated cases. Now let's add the status here. Now I'll say that status equal to escalated. Click on insert and OK. Now let's save this record and run report. Like this, in the joint report, you can add a 5 tables. Maximum you can add a 5 tables. Maximum you can add a 5 tables. And you cannot schedule the joint reports. Report properties are basically if you want to change the name of the report or if you want to push it to the different folder, then it is a report properties. Basically, if you want to change anything related to report properties. Now let me switch to the Lightning. Let's go to the reports. Now here in the Lightning, you will see like this. You will see this is one table, this is another table, this is another, this is another. If you want to add any other table, you can add because we have a limit is 5. So right now we have a 4 tables which are there. If you want to add any other, you can add it. One more space is available for the joint report. Now let's suppose you wanted to add one more table, you can add it. So let's say here field, I'm going to place this. case number. Okay. It is saying the problem in the Lightning, but you can create it in the Classic. Fine. Click on run. No, I don't want to close this. And that's about the joint report. So one more is there, which is a matrix report. Matrix report, we don't use it mostly in the real time. Most of the times we go for a tabular report and the summary report and the joint report. So homework for today is configure a summary report to represent the lead record types by dividing them to the various groups based on the lead source. So on the lead, you create a summary report for the lead object. For the lead object, you group by lead source field and create a chart for that, because summary reports charts are available. So you need to create a summary report on the lead record, and the condition is the group by condition is a lead source field. And create a chart for this and schedule this report to run in next 1 year. And the second one is a create a tabular report to represent the 5 highest amount in opportunity. 5 highest amount in the opportunity. And the another one is create joint report. Create a joint report. For joint report on lead object. And create a based on the lead type. What we have, let's go to the leads. Open the leads here. Detail section. And lead status. Lead status. Create a one report where the lead status is opened. And another report is lead status equal to working. Lead status equal to working. Another one is closed converted. Lead status is closed converted. And the last one is a lead status. Lead status closed, not converted. Closed, not converted. Create a joint report. In this joint report, there are 4 reports. Place the 4 reports. Now that's about the reports. And moving to the dashboard. Dashboard is basically it's a graphical representation. Dashboard is a graphical representation. Whatever the reports you have created so far, you can place those reports into the dashboard. Let's say that account dashboard and select a folder. I'm selecting the folder is all folders. Now you can create a separate folders for the dashboard. So what I'm doing is I'm clicking on here, new folder, and creating a my dashboard. Creating my dashboard. It's a unique and click on a save. Now storing everything into the, select this folder, my dashboard. Now click on create. Now, as soon as you create a blank dashboard, it shows everything is a blank. There is nothing is available. Now you have to choose which reports you wanted to place it. Like you have to click on add component. You have to click on add component. You cannot add the tabular report. You cannot add the tabular reports. For example, if I'm selecting the tabular report here, and it is only display the table format. It does not display the chart format. It does not display the chart format. In case if you want a chart format, you have to choose the summary report. You have to choose the summary report. Selected. Now you can choose it, which are the one you wanted. The same chart will not be visible. Same chart, you cannot see it. So if you want to see in this direction, you can see this. Instead of this sum of annual, then you can choose the record count. You can choose the record count and click on add here. Similarly, click on this, select the same summary report, click on this time choose the donut and select the record count and click on here account. Now you can drag it and place it wherever you want. You can drag it and place it wherever you want. Like this, individual components, individual charts, you can add 20 charts. You can add 20 components in the dashboard, not more than that. So you can add only 20 components, not more than that. So you can use, like for example, this is a marketing data instead of this. So usually in the real time, how it will be is, title is Marketing Cloud. Title is Marketing Cloud. Click on Update. So this is the Marketing Cloud data. And then here it is a Sales Cloud. This is Sales Cloud. Click on Update. And this is Service Cloud. So in real time, we create a reports for each cloud. We create a report for each cloud. So whenever we click on this dashboard, we can see how is the marketing cloud is going on, how is the sales cloud is going on, how is the service cloud is going on. We can see all this data. So like this, you can add it 20 charts, you can add it. Maximum 20 charts, you can add it. Not more than that. So it's just a graphical representation. Graphical representation. In the classic, let's go to the classic, Salesforce classic. In the classic dashboards, and the one which we have created right now, account dashboard, it is displaying the sales cloud, service cloud. But the tabular format, it does not display because classic does not even display the data at all. It is only for charts. It is only for charts. So classic, you do not see the tabular format. Classic, you will not see the tabular format. Now let's click on a switch to the here and we have a home page. In case in the home page, you wanted to add a different reports here. In case if you want to add a different report, click on a edit page. Now we want a dashboard here. So here is the dashboard. Let's assume that let's place it here. Now I'll click on this save. Activation. Close. Here it says that view dashboards. But in case if you want a charts itself, you can place the charts directly here. You can place the charts directly. Click on a save. Now this one will be displayed. As soon as you click on this, it will take you to the dashboard. If you want to display the dashboard also, you can display it. Now in Classic, for example, if you have a home page, where is the home page? So home page, we have it here. So this is the home page. So in Classic also, if you want to see the charts, in case if you want to see the charts, click on a setup. There is a home page layout, which is called as a home page layout, and click on edit. Now here you have an option called dashboard snapshot. Click on this checkbox and click on next. Now this is the dashboard and snapshot. I'll click on to the top and click on save. Now let's go to the home. Now here is the dashboard. After dashboard, calendar, my task, everything will be displayed. In case if you wanted to do the refresh, you can do the refresh. So refresh is going to happen backend, and when it is refreshed, everything it is going to give you the data.
Swapna.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said that we cannot include tabular reports, right?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
You said we cannot include the tabular report, only the
Yes.
summary reports we can include in dashboard. But I mean, I know in Classic we can't see the tabular report, but in the Lightning we can see the tabular and we can include also tabular report, right?
Yes, yes. In Lightning, we can do that.
Oh, okay.
Only in Classic, we cannot view.
So now for if there is an interview question, what type of reports we can include in the dashboard? You have to say only summary report, or we have to
No,
explain?
you need to say it very specifically. In Lightning, we can include the tabular and a summary report. But in the Classic, it is only the summary reports.
Okay.
Now that's all for today.
Swapna, I know in dashboard there is one more setting as well, right? Like what is it? Run the dashboard as a user, you know, what is that? Show me the report as run by someone else.
Yes.
How do we do that?
So, okay, where did you see that?
While studying for the admin exam, I did that part.
So what was the question in that?
Not the question, I mean on this one, trailhead. We can set the dashboard to be seen as the user, to be seen as to be run as other user as also, like that. I exactly don't
If you
remember.
want to run as another user, the dashboard, you need to log in as another user.
No, not like that. There is some setting, I don't remember exactly, but there is the setting. While saving the report or folder something, we do that setting.
Is it for the dashboard or is it for the report?
Yeah, no, for the dashboard. For the yeah, dashboard, I guess. And also that dashboard, we cannot what do you say? Now that somebody has added a record, right? So it won't be reflected on the dashboard instantly. We need to refresh the dashboard to see the result, right?
Dashboards, we have to always refresh it. So whenever we are reviewing the dashboard, it doesn't show the updated information. So that's the reason at least 2 times we have to refresh it.
Okay.
But what do you mean by when we are refreshing or viewing other as?
Yeah, I don't exactly remember, but where the settings are, but it is a setting part only. We can select run this report as a user or run this report as somebody else. I can select the user and then I can run the report. I don't know exactly.
Is it
where it
report or is it dashboard? I'm not getting. Sometimes you are saying dashboard, sometimes you are saying.
I don't know. Exactly, I don't remember, Swapna. But I very well remember that it is something related to that. You know, we can run as a user or we can run as someone else. I need to check.
Okay. So reports and dashboard settings. So reports and dashboard settings, we have options here. Enable floating report headers, enable dashboard finders, hide the option export, and enable the inline editing report. And then we have something called disclaimer related. And then the charter option, enable dashboard component snapshot. And this is a unified analytics home, shows the preview thumbnail for a reports and lightning dashboard. Enable the unfiled unified experience for the analytics. So that's all the options which we have. Okay, so I need to see what do you mean by, so we'll have to discuss that later.
Yeah. We can.
And these are the couple of trial heads which have a super badges. Now let me bring you this. So that's all for today.